Welcome to Divination with your host, Louisa Brown. Get deep into divination and learn the true old ways. From crystal balls to tarot and much more, only on Divination.
Hello, hope you're all okay. Thank you for joining me. It's been a while, hasn't it? Definitely been a few weeks. Yeah. So, oh, hi Philip. Hope you're okay. Hang on, let me just go move that spotlight because it's throwing a weird shadow on me. Let's try that. Is that a bit better? Slightly. Okie dokie. So, hi Natasha. Yeah, honey. Ben is sharing out for me. Just checking I've broadcast it to the right places. I think I have. People are here. Oh, thank you. So, yep, it's me doing the divination. Ben is sat that way. He's on the sofa with the pup. I've not long been for a walk. So, what we're doing this evening? This evening, we are looking at runes. Let's find out a bit about them. Maybe have a little play with them. We'll see how the evening goes. So, oh, hi Christina. Oh, and hi Jeanette. Hope you're both well. So, start off with looking at the history first of all. Got trusty notes. So, it says, the ancient Scandinavians wrote in runes. The surviving runic inscriptions are a main source of historical and linguistic information. Runes are an alphabet which is composed of letters called the Firthark. I've got noisy people walking past my house now. Named after the first 6 runes. Yeah, and the provoke dog. Hi, Vaughn. So that's my little guard dog. As soon as people walk past the house and they're noisy, she barks at them. Nala. Shush. Oh, thanks, Vaughn. Where were we? Yeah, runes are an alphabet which is composed of letters called the Firthark, named after the first 6 runes. Runes were carved in wood, stone, bone, and metal. They were found on weapons, jewellery, and everyday items. They were used for identification, commemoration, messages, and magic. Runic inscriptions are the closest written source to the speech of the Viking Age. The earliest runes date back to the 1st century AD, and then used in Scandinavia for the next 1,300 or more years. It is thought that runes were adapted from writing systems used in the Roman Empire. At the time, there was a lot of contact between the Roman world and the Germanic people. It is believed that speakers of Proto-Norse and other Germanic languages adapted the letters of either Latin or Northern Italic alphabets to fit the sounds of their own languages, then modified them to make them easier for carving. Proto-Norse is made from West Norse, which is Icelandic and Norwegian, and East Norse, which is Danish and Swedish. So, I'm just going to read you now. I didn't print this out, so I can just read it. Oh, I've lit up from laptop. A little bit of actual Norse mythology now concerning the runes. This is taken from norsemythology.org, and this is on Odin's discovery of the runes. So, let's read this out. At the centre of the Norse cosmos stands the great tree Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil's upper branches cradle Asgard, the home and fortress of the Aesir gods and goddesses, of whom Odin is chief. Yggdrasil grows out of the well of Urd, a pool whose fathomless depths hold many of the most powerful forces and beings in the cosmos. Among these beings are the Norns, these sagacious maidens who create the fates of all beings. One of the foremost techniques they use to shape fate is carving runes into Yggdrasil's trunk. The symbols then carry these intentions throughout the tree, affecting everything in the 9 worlds. Odin watched the Norns from his seat in Asgard and envied their power and their wisdom, and he bent his will towards the task of coming to know these runes. Since the runes' native home is the Well of Urd with the Norns, and since the runes do not reveal themselves to any but those who prove themselves worthy of such fearful insights and abilities, Odin hung himself from a branch of Yggdrasil, pierced himself with his spear, and peered downward into the shadowy waters below. He forbade any of the other gods to grant him the slightest aid, not even a sip of water, and he stared downwards, and called to the runes. He survived in this state, teetering on the precipice that separates the living from the dead, for no less than 9 days and nights. At the end of the 9th night, he at last perceived the shapes in the depths, the runes. They had accepted his sacrifice. The dog's off again. They had accepted his sacrifice and shown themselves to him, revealing to him not only their forms, but also their secrets that lie within them. Having fixed this knowledge in his formidable memory, Odin ended his ordeal with a scream of exultation. Having been initiated into the mysteries of the runes, Odin recounted, "Then I was fertilized and became wise. I truly grew and thrived. From a word to a word, I was led to a word. From a work to a work, I was led to a work." Equipped with the knowledge of how to wield the runes, he became one of the mightiest and most accomplished beings in the cosmos. He learned chants that enabled him to heal emotional and bodily wounds, to bind his enemies and render their weapons worthless, to free himself from constraints, to put out fires, to expose and banish practitioners of malevolent magic, and protect his friends in battle, to wake the dead, to win and keep a lover, and to perform many other feats like these. And the source for the above tale is Havamal, excuse the pronunciation there, an Old Norse poem that comprises part of the Poetic Edda. So that's a bit of the Norse mythology on the runes and how Odin got them. So what we're going to have a look at now is I've got a set of runes next to me. So 1 second. And I'm just going to go through them briefly with to show you them and their name. As it's probably back to front on this, so I don't know. Can't remember how this worked on StreamYard compared to Facebook Live. But anyway, we shall begin. So this one, that's the first letter. What was it going to focus? I'll pop these up on See, when I practiced this earlier, holding it to the lens, it was focusing, but now it's not. You can't see it. That's the Fehu for cattle and wealth. Ben, are you sitting in front of Lou on the sofa with glasses on? He's not got glasses on, but he's on the sofa in front of me. Oh, that's Christina.
Hi, Christina.
Ben says hi. We got that one. Oh, that one's coming to focus a bit better. That's Uruz for strength. I've got that one. Look, coming into focus now. Why didn't the first one? I don't know, I was probably holding it in the wrong place. Anyway, that's Therisaz, giant or Thor. Some of these have different meanings, multiple meanings kind of thing. Alban says hi. Got that one. What is it with some of these don't like to show as well as others? That's Ansus for God or Odin. that one, Rido for journey a wheel. Hold them right around. Kuanan, also random fire. That one, there we go. It's like an axe. That's Gabo, the gift. There we got Wunjo for joy. Hagalaz, hail and air. Nordis for need and necessity. Isaz for ice. Jira for year and harvest. Golden says got 2 sets. Oh my god, I can click on comments. Keep forgetting I can click on comments. Got 2 sets of runes, never used them. To be honest, well, this is the new set of runes for me. I've not had any before. Ben bought them for me, probably about a month ago. Not really done much with them yet. Iwas, Yew Tree and Tree of Life. Perth, unclear meaning. Allergies, oh, that's not showing it very well, is it, on there? For elk and protection. That's that coming into focus, kind of. I don't know what the lights were. Oh, there we go. Solio, sun. Again, pronunciation might not be completely correct, but the thought's there. Christina asks, do people do readings with them? Yes, Christina, they do. The kind of people kind of use them a similar way that they use tarot cards, because each one's got its own meaning. You can go further into depth of the meanings when you're using them, like for readings. You can have different layouts, or you can just simply, what we say, cast them, which is just like, I'll show you in a bit. Throw them on the table and see what comes, because I can feel them. Do they feel good to you, Christina? I like that. 2 hours. Oh, it's not coming on right. Oh, there we go. The god 2 hours or victory. And we've got that one. That's the cannon, birch and birth. Ewas, that's horse. Oh, flashing those going beside me. I'll have to get mine out after this, thank you. No problem. I keep meaning to do more with them, but at the moment summer's just been so busy. Like I said, I am like about a month now. So just getting used to them. Hopefully it might be a little bit easier to remember the interpretations of than tarot cards. What am I doing? That one is Manas or Man. Oh, it's not going to focus. That's Lagos, water or lake. That one is Ingwaz, the god Ingwaz and fertility. Near the end now. That one, oh, that's good. Othila, yeah, heritage and property. And the last one, Dagaz, day and dawn. And what's Christina say? One with the H has a lot of energy. Oh, stop going. Is that the one you mean, Christina? Oh, I can get. If that's the one you mean, that's like hail and air. What else we got? Janet says, I really should get mine back out. Christina says, yes. Oh, hang on. Skipped up in the comments. And Vaughn says, I was drawn to the bee. For birch and birth. Right. In your rune set, you will also have a blank one. Probably should have had a look first of all before doing this. See, why is there a blank one actually in the set? But I didn't. So there is a blank one. There will be a reason. I don't know what the reason is, but there will be one. But anyway, those are the runes of the Elder's Birth Arc. So, shuffle my papers around. And if you hear snoring, Ben's just fell asleep on the sofa. He's not snoring yet. I'll say. Sorry, the dog's looking at something as well. Okay, rune reading. There are a few different methods you can use, whichever way you use. I'd start by holding the bag in your hands and putting your energy into it. So, the blank one, I bet does mean what you just feel. Yeah, could do. Wake up very late. Ben's been working really hard this week. Bless him. We'll let him have a bit of a sleep. He's had some really early mornings and it's been, yeah. He's had a hard week. Hi, Jacqueline. I think the blank one means there is someone or reading, I think. No, I don't know. I'll have a look online at some point. Right, so I'm just gonna pop them all into my bag. And if you're wondering what these ones are made out of, these ones are made from carnelian. Or if you can get them in wood, other precious stones, most things really. So, got them in my bag, my little pouch. So, as we were saying, start by holding the bag in your hands and putting your energy into it. Then think of a question and either say it in your head or out loud. So, one way is to then pop your hand into the bag. Just go take some out. My voice is going. That's not good. Just going to tilt this down a second onto the paper. Not paper. Got white cloth on here. Not just to try and protect my table, but also because, yeah, apparently you're supposed to throw it onto white cloth. So you take some out and you just throw them. One's rolling off. Oh, hang on a second. Let's put that up. Christina has a question. Ask away, Christina. Pon says, got a book somewhere. I did read about them when I first got them and made a few notes, but no, not for dogs. But then didn't continue something I've cropped up. That's usually the way into it. So we shall go back down here. I know you guys probably can't see this very well, but the idea is here. No, not for you. Let me just move them closer. That one's quite far away, but yeah, keep it a little bit closer. So you want to ignore any that are facing down. So we can remove that one from the situation. Got that one there, got that one there that's not got anything, and that one's not got anything. So the only two on here that are actually facing upwards is this one for horse, and hang on, I'll bring it up and show you. Show you guys again. So I've got that one for horse, and then I've got this one, which is joy. See, I didn't ask a question, but I think it just pretty much came up with, you know, what's been happening at stables. Because those of you who are more like personal friends on Facebook, oh no, what are you eating? Will have seen that a week ago, one of our mares we've been waiting for finally gave birth to a foal. And he's a healthy boy. No, hang on one second, guys. My dog's eating something. I don't know what she's eating. Is that like a remnant of one of your chews? I have no idea. Smells like it. Yeah, she's okay. Yeah, and we didn't have a name for him. But then, due to the sad passing of the Queen, it was decided that he will be called Sovereign Supreme. So he's doing well. He's a happy little foal. Oh yeah, my foal. Hey, Vaughn, you've seen photos of him. Need to go down and take some more of him because yeah, they grow so fast. Okay, what we got here? So, but yeah, those stones actually. I'll go back to that point. Those stones seem to have, like, although I didn't ask a question, seem to have come up with something that's quite relevant. Because we've been waiting. First, we thought like she was due to give birth to him sort of beginning of April time. And that time came and went, and then it's just like waiting, waiting, waiting. The other mare that we had that was in fall, she gave birth to hers. Still this other one, waiting, waiting, waiting. And finally, like last week, she actually had him. So it's about time. But we think we must have got the timings wrong for when she was bred, because there was another mare in there and she kept kind of getting in the way. But we thought she'd been bred like earlier than she must have been. Right, anyway. And we've got, so a question for Christina. If my older daughter will be with child? I don't know. You put me on the spot now. That's a question, isn't it? Right. Disclaimer, entertainment purposes only. I'm not claiming these to be like, you know, anything crazy out there with their predictions. Okay, all I do is just come through with the horse, but, you know, yeah. Entertainment purposes only. Okay, Christina. Doesn't want me to come out for me. Well, round's rolling off again. We have, it's come up with the horse again. Okay, someone does not want to say they've gone back to the horse. And 3 blanks. Oh, that one's not completely upside down. What's that one represent? And sun. Now it says sun as in the sun in the sky. But again, it's come up with the horse and sun, so I think someone's just keeping everything relating to my horses at the moment. Might try again later with a different sort of spread for you, Christina. Vaughn, oh my God, can I ask the question? Can I ask a question without saying it? Yeah, you don't have to say it out loud. You can just say it in your head. I will tell you if it's relevant or not. Right, let's try with Vaughn then. Vaughn, you thinking the question in your head. We will see if it comes up with anything different to the horse. So come on, guys. What's Vaughn's question? I think the thing is, because I'm putting my energy into it, I'm guessing it it's just picking up on that rather than anything else. I think it'd be better if it's like face to face, because then whoever would be like having the reading would let them put their energy into it. That makes more sense. I've not done this like this before, so come on, what's from this question? Oh my gosh. Right, we have got, and you can't see there, we've got them, and we've got lots of ones that are actually facing up. In fact, they all are. So, we've got this one. Let me get my sheet, because bear with me. So, we've got joy, which is quite close to this one, which is victory. So joy and victory are quite close together. So they should, hopefully, in theory, those relate to each other. Then we've got this one, which is for God and Odin. So he's kind of like up above, so I don't know if he's like watching from distance. This is just kind of like my very vague interpretation here. We've got this one, which is fertility. And we've got this one, which is sun. So we've got, yeah, joy and victory. Odin's kind of watching over, we'll say. And then we've got fertility and sun. So, I don't know. One, does that kind of make sense or not? Because I don't know. I'll put them back in there. Oh, I dropped one. That's not good. Shouldn't drop my runes. Well, there's only the one sun on here, as in the sun up in the sky. S-U-N. But then it came up with that for Christina's as well, when it said the horse and sun. But that could relate. I don't know if it's to my stables with my horse having the foal being a boy, and it might, because I think we've got a male one. Yeah, we've got man. But I don't know, would you interpret sun as being more sun, rather than if it was a child, you wouldn't call it necessarily a man? I don't know. These are all down to interpretations. Hang on, got another sheet here. I did have a look online at runes for divination, and I wrote it all out. Because you've got deeper depth of these things. It's spot on. I will take it. Excellent. That's what I like. Oh dear. That's what we've got. Because if I look for, because this shit here, the general meanings of the Elder Birth Arc, they are just the simple meanings. You can go deeper, like say with this sheet, which has more meanings to them. So where's that one? Yeah. Yeah. They do go quite deep. Oh, it was about a friend who has IVF. Oh, I hope it all works out then for them. That'd be so good. And she is currently pregnant. Yay! That's really good. Oh. Right. What are we doing now? I don't know. Oh yeah. So, my daughter won't do IVF. That's fair enough. Made me shiver. Brilliant. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah. So there's other methods. That's just like the simple rune casting. She'll be 42 on the 28th. Oh, where are we now? I don't even know where I am, to be honest. But that's good. Oh, have you got anything nice planned for her birthday? Right. What other methods do we have? That was just say basic rune casting, energy in, hand in, throw them out kind of business. Then you've got the 3 norms method. Now remember how we spoke of the 3 norms in the Odin story? So here, what we do, you pick, again, do your question, you pick 3 runes and lay them out. One, this where it kind of resembles tarot a bit more. There we go. 3 runes, lay them out. The first represents the past, the second represents the present, and the third represents the possible outcome. Flew to see her in Colorado this past weekend. Oh yeah, I remember you saying that you were in Colorado. So, I didn't ask a question, but let's just see what the answer is. So we've got fertility. We have a theme this evening, don't we? Fertility. We've got, which one's that one? Joy and victory. Well, we're definitely on a theme, aren't we? Oh, really hope, Christina, that because I was just talking to you when I was just picking those out, that kind of relates more to you as well. Because I've had good news for Vaughn, and it was like some good news for you as well. Oh God. Vaughn says, impressed with that. I've sent her the reading. She said she wishes she had known 3 months ago. Oh, bless her. Yeah. Right, that's. Where did I put my? I put my bag down. I've lost my bag. Oh no, I bagged it. It's okay. Thank you. I hope so. Philip wants to ask without saying. Yeah, Philip. You can do. What do you want? Do you want the casting like I did at first, or do you want the 3 norms method? I wasn't talking to you, Ben. You go back to sleep. Oh dear. Annie. I'll do the cast. I'll do a general cast. Right. Philip, you think of your question and hopefully we'll get an answer. Right. I'll show you how they're falling. There we go. So up at the top here, that one's upside down, so we can ignore that one. Here we have got that one. Oh, it doesn't show him. Which is God and or Odin. So he's kind of central. We have got like a B, which is the canon for birch or birth. Got one upside down there, and we have which one's this one? Joy. So I've got Odin in the middle, birth coming this direction, and then joy. Again, we have a theme here. It's either birth or birch. So I don't know if you're expecting, or you know someone who is, or if it's to do more with the tree. Let me have a look at this one in a little bit more detail. Yeah, fertility, growth, new beginnings. So, and that one, which we said was for Odin, in the middle, and I can't find it. Anyway, you try and find something on a piece of paper and you can't actually see it, and then it turns out to be the right at the top. So it's Odin, insight, communication, inspiration, and true vision. But yeah, no, I'm not, I didn't mean you were pregnant. Oh dear, that's not quite what I meant. Oh dear, that's funny. Hang on, where we got to that. There's normally a reading for right way up or upside down. That depends. You can do it like that if you want to. Like you can do that with tarot if you want, or you can just take them as the forward meaning. But before you do it, set your intention as to which way around you want to do it. If that makes sense. You said Elva watches over from a distance. Yeah, for yours. Yeah, because he seemed once he got further away, so it's kind of like looking down. It doesn't necessarily mean it's Odin. Could be a higher being, a higher power, whoever you choose to believe and put like faith in with these matters. Yeah. Yep. Right. Yeah. Don't know where we were with that one. Sorry, Philip. I can take it. I was joking. I asked if I will find the perfect job for me soon. Sperm donor. I'm joking. Yeah, but I'm just saying it's weird how there seems to be a theme going with the card. Well, the cards, no, stones that are all getting pulled out. But yeah, let's have a look in relation to that. So, not too sure. Working midwifery. Yeah, why not? But it could be something to do with trees. I don't know. Or just even new beginnings. Wait, that makes sense. New beginnings make sense. Like I say, I'm not that great with these. Just kind of working through the basics. You know, you've got different means. You've got your simple meanings. You've got your more in-depth meanings. More like the rabbit at the racetrack. Oh dear. But yeah, we can take it that got new beginnings. Or you want to work with trees or babies. I don't know. I'm going to say that one was down there. I'm completely losing myself now. Joy. Joy's kind of down there. But you could also take it. Some people I've seen do these readings and they'll say, like, if there's an upside down one next to it, then that kind of has a bit of an impact on it. It's like it's kind of holding back on that stone. So it could be the joy's being held back on. Just, there's many different ways that people like to interpret these. Like maybe a few, no. No babies. I've got mine. She's 12 and a half. Gonna be 13 at Christmas. No more. I've got my puppy. Oh dear. No babies. No. No. I've done that. Oh. Ben's probably asleep now. It's really funny because when like Philip was asking about his question and I started talking to Philip about like what he wants, like Ben started to answer. I think he thought I was talking to him and he just kind of woke up, so that's saying you don't mind. Gone back to sleep. Oh, it's really cute because he's laying on the sofa and the dog's laying on top of him. Oh, no, no babies. Right, what was doing next? Yeah, so before that, we were talking about the 3 norm method, which is past, your present, your future, which is similar to oh, Ben's enough. Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah. And Jeanette, sorry about that thought is still with me about you. No, Jeanette, no babies. This is not Baby Fest. Oh dear. Yeah, not this year, it's the wedding. Yep, got wedding this year, honeymoon next year, and you know, that's kind of where we're ending it. And we're just going to live happily ever after with the puppy and the horses. Right. Okay, so you've got the Odin's 9 method. Okay. Hang on, I got a print out for this somewhere because sometimes it's just easier and the internet provides with pictures. So you've got the Odin 9 method. Now, I'm going to place them out randomly. I'm not going to do this as necessarily a reading. I'm just going to tell you what each position represents. So, hang on a second. Can I just shuffle that forward? Here we are. I don't know if I can really zoom in on this. I know you can on the other one. But, no. Right. Wow. Let's try. I'm trying to work out where I'm going with this now. I'll tilt that down a bit more. Bring that closer. That'll do. Right. So, for the Odin 9-stone method, the first stone represents the past. The second represents your feelings towards the past. We've got the third represents the present. The fourth represents how you feel about the present. So it's starting off as kind of like the 3 norms method, where you got your past, your present, but it just goes into it a little bit more in depth, like you got your past, this is how you feel about the past, got the present, this is how you feel about the present. The fourth represents how you feel about this situation now. Where's number 4? Oh, I've done 4. Oh my god. You guys distracted me. Oh dear. Right, I need number 5, don't I? Get back on track. The fifth represents the obstacles. The sixth represents how you feel about the situation once it's over. The seventh represents the power you need or have to deal with the past. The eighth represents the power you need or have to overcome the situation now. And the ninth represents the power you will need for the future. So that's a bit more of an in-depth one, isn't it? I'm not going to go through all the meanings of these, because it'll probably be about joy, fertility, and babies and whatnot, judging by how it's got tonight. So we're not going to do that. But there we go. That's kind of how that one goes. And if you want to do a bit of colouring, you can do. What else have we got? I printed out some other ones just because I was rummaging around on the internet. So another kind of one of the 9 is the square of 9. So again, it's kind of like going on to sort of more numerology, crest with the runes. So position 1, the past and its bearing on the present events. Position 2, your future state of mind and attitude to the outcome. Position 3, influences on the matter in hand that you may not be aware of. Position 4, how these hidden influences will affect the outcome. Position 5, present circumstances. Position 6, I can tell it's going to be easier if we have a big square. Position 6, your memories of and attitude to past events. Position 7, slot it in there. Your present viewpoint. Position 8, hidden influences on past events. And position 9, the best possible outcome. And again, you got them. I'm not going to go through them all when I laid them out. We've got another one which I found. It's good when you print them off and they've got examples with them as well. I know you guys can't see them that well on here, but this is the world tree. So it starts at the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it grows up like a tree. Again, you've got position 1, not going to lay any stones out this time, past events, or the basis of a spiritual journey. Position 2, that which is unknown concerning the past. Position 3, that which is unknown I've got it twice. So I'll read these out. That which is unknown concerning the past. Okay, so yeah, you got your past events, then you've got 2 positions which is unknown concerning past events. Position 4, the link to the present. You got 5, the present circumstances. 6, your unconscious desires. 7, your conscious decisions. Position 8, the link to the future. Position 9, the future and spiritual evolution. Position 10, the unknown. And position 11, expectations. So that looks like quite a good one to do. It's got, again, it's a little bit more in depth. Get this tripod right. So again, yeah, it's a little bit more in depth. But yeah, again, it deals with, again, the past, the present, and the future, and you're just working your way up the tree. If that makes sense. But yeah, quite like that one. I need to practice that a bit more. I need to practice it all a bit more, to be fair. But that's just kind of like a basic thing. I'm not here as a like, oh yeah, this is how you do it. This is what it all means. It's more of a, this is a general guide. What we got? Lou, my nana used to do bone readings. Are you going to do a show on it? I would love to understand it more. Oh, that's an interesting one. I shall have a look at that. Maybe in the future I can do that. Why not? Interesting. And Bon says it's very interesting. Thanks, Lou. No, thank you, Bon. Thank you for joining me. So yeah, get yourself some runes, have a little bit of play. Be quite fun. You know, if you don't feel that tarot is your thing, but you want to something kind of along the same lines, but a bit different, why not? It's always fun. Last note with these ones, as with other items such as crystals, you should cleanse and recharge them in the moon. You know, as you do with your crystals anyway. But yeah, even if they're made of wood, you should still cleanse them. Cleanse the energy and stuff. And Christina's put, very interesting, enjoyed. Good, I'm glad you did. I didn't expect it to be this long, but you guys have all been interacting and it's been nice. So it's given me more to talk about and have a play with and stuff rather than just going through my sheets and saying blah, blah, blah. I'll be done in half an hour. Interesting night, thanks. The bones also sound interesting. They do. That might be a case of not necessarily having bones myself. We shall see. Could I just use pictures? We'll see what I come up with on the research side of stuff. Philip says, enjoyed, thank you. And Natasha, really interesting, thanks for sharing. Oh, that's okay. I'm glad you guys are. You know when you feel like you got something in your eye? Like some fluff or something? Probably from the dog or the cat. So that's why I'm just like that. Right. But yeah, no, it is fun. It's nice to work out these different things. It's nice to give things a try. Like I always say on these divination lives that I do. Just try something different. You don't have to be an expert at it. You know, the point is your intent. If you intend to have a good time, if you intend to like try and learn something or just, yeah, get familiar with things, it's always good. So, what I shall do, so fast asleep. I shall send Ben to bed as well. But yeah, I'll say thank you for joining me because I've had waffling now. Yeah, enjoyed it. And you triggered me to have a play with mine too. Good. Good. Yeah, just let's say pop online and get some templates or something printed off or just do a bit of general casting to familiarize yourself a bit with them. And I did read that some places they say, oh, you want to get bond with them really well, like you do with your tarot cards, you want to carry them around with you all the time, like put your energy into them. So I've just had mine in the bedroom, to be fair, and then just do a bit of that when I'm thinking of questions, or I'm thinking of your guys' questions, or just thinking of you guys and what you might be asking. Well, yeah, so thank you for joining me. I'm going to wrap it up now. Philip says, take care, guys. Okay, so good night. Oh, reminder, I don't think there's a main show tomorrow, and I don't think Ben is planning on doing the occult history and science either this week, so I think it'll be next week when we're back with the main show. I don't know, Ben might pop on and do some sort of random live from the event this weekend, who knows. There's mine in a black bag, but I do need to familiarise myself with them. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's one thing trying to like learn the names of them, and I think that's more difficult, trying to learn the actual names, because they're not sort of the English language. It's easier to try and learn sort of like, they're simple, at least to begin with, representations. But when you go on to, like, if you Google like rune meanings for divination, you get given quite a bit of a hefty list. So one step at a time. Thanks a lot, Luke. Oh, thank you, Vaughn. Right, I'm going to go now. I'm going to go and wake Ben up. Should I film waking Ben up? No, I won't be that mean. Okay, I hope you all have a good weekend anyway. We shall see you next week. So, good night, everybody. Bye.